Hi guys, I hope you're doing well today. I'm so excited for this drink video because I've always been a chai lover, a pumpkin spice latte lover, and an apple spice tea lover. My mom used to make apple spice tea, and the smell was just engulfed the whole kitchen and the whole house, and it would just be so beautiful. My favorite is chai. I discovered chai while I was in college, and it is so delicious. And I never liked the box chai drinks that you can get from different places. So this recipe is, especially a chai recipe, is a blend of different spices, like whole spices that I grind and I pound, like break open the shell so you can get the flavors. Anyway, I hope you guys will enjoy these recipes and let me know if you try them. Also, let me know of any drinks down below that you feel like I would like. I love cozy fall drinks, and I just love cozy feeling things. So I feel like right now there's so much going on in the world, and we all need some coziness. We need some comforting, and these drinks are very comforting to me. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also over the last couple of weeks I started making autumn mugs, and I'm so happy and excited about just fall and autumn and just the feeling of, I don't know, just the feeling of autumn. So I do hope you'll enjoy this video and let me know what you think about the mugs, and I'll also show you guys the rest of the mugs that's coming up for September. Yay, so excited. Alright, so the first drink we're going to try out is the cinnamon chai. You first add the cardamom pod. After you add the cardamom pods, then you add cloves and star anise, some peppercorns. And we got this cinnamon sticks from when we went to Hilton Head, South Carolina, and it was at a spice shop. And the cool thing is, like, it's very pronounced, like deep cinnamon flavor. It's very delicious. But you can, of course, use regular cinnamon. It's not that big of a deal. But next, grab a thumb of ginger. And you don't have to clean the outer edge off because it's just going to boil in the water. So it doesn't matter about cleaning it up. So now I just went ahead and I didn't really grind down the spices, but I did like muddle them a little bit with the pestle, only because just to break it open and get the aromatics going. So I added the ginger to the pot, and then after that I added the spices, and they just sat there for a little while. I thought about like warming them up a little bit. I feel like when you warm up spices a little bit, it kind of makes it a bit more aromatic. So after, the pot wasn't like really, really hot, but I did add the tea bags after that, and then I added the water. And if you do want like specific measurements, it's in the picture at the beginning of the recipe, but also the link is down below where you can go and print off the recipe. I was like, what's the word? Recipe. So anyway, you add sugar next, and this is totally up to you. It depends on how sweet you would like your chai to be. You can add sugar, honey, or maple syrup. It's whatever you prefer. And so now the spices are just kind of warming up, getting to know each other, getting pretty happy and excited to get in my belly. Okay, anyway. Sorry. After that, you just kind of take your pot and move it off to the side so that it can cool down a little bit. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add the chai to my cup. But one thing that you might decide to do is you might want to froth your milk before you do this. So that way, or you can even froth it in a different bowl and put it in there. It's up to you. So anyway, once I strained the mixture, getting all the spices and aromatics out of the so it wouldn't go into my cup. You add your half and half, silk half and half, which is really, really good, you guys. So delicious. And then there you have it. You have yourself a cinnamon chai, and it's so delicious. It's such a yummy treat. And I do hope that you'll enjoy it. It's so good. And here's a little preview on the mug. Oh, I love this little piece so much. I love this mug. So, next drink is an apple almond spice tea. And this recipe is not hard at all. It just takes a while for all the spices and the apple to kind of render down and become like I guess the flavors just meddle into the liquid. So you have to be patient. So anyway, you just take an apple, and what I did was kind of like I didn't core the apple, which I kind of wish I would have because then it wouldn't have been as hard. So I wanted it to look pretty, so I'm like slicing the apple into these thin slices that I can put into the glass. You don't have to do all this. I was just being extra. But I have noticed, like, instead of putting the apple that the water boiled boiled in, instead of putting that apple in the pitcher and letting that sit overnight, I left some pieces out and put it into the glass and had fresh apple slices that meddled in the water, not water, but the mixture, and I felt like that tasted better. Um, I just felt like it was like fresh apple, you know what I mean? So it's kind of up to you if you would like to do that. But anyway, I did start to take core the seeds out, and that's a totally optional thing. If you want to do it, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. And then also I started slicing the apple, and so that it could be like smaller pieces so that the flavors could distribute within the liquid pretty well. I think it worked out. And so I added the water, and also I added this apple cider, apple juice drink, which was really, really good. It's just pure apple. And I added that to the pot along with the water, and then I added 1 teaspoon of almond extract. I didn't want to put almonds in there, but anyway. So then I also added the cinnamon sticks, and there was like some cinnamon bark that I had left over that I put in there, only because like I felt like it would just give more of a cinnamon flavor. Also, I added some cloves to the mixture, and then it just boiled. It boiled a very long time, actually. I think I left it on there for maybe an hour, and the whole house smelled wonderful. It was great. I'm going to make sure to do this again in the fall. And then there you go with the mixture. I added the tea bag at the end, and it only sat there for maybe 3 minutes so that it's steeped into the drink. And there you have it. You have your wonderful almond apple spice tea. Very delicious, very yummy. You can drink it hot or cold. Last night I actually had some and I put it in my cup, my mug, and warmed it up and had a warm drink. And then actually today I put it on I took some ice and put it in with some ice, and that was delicious too. So yay, it's kind of up to you how you want to drink it. It's still hot over here. It's still 90 degrees, so the cold drink was really good. But last night I wanted something warm and soothing. So, cozy, cozy, cozy. So we're at the final one, vanilla pumpkin spice latte. Woohoo! So this one was the best one of all. It was my favorite, mainly because I used the silk vegan half and half, and it made it so creamy and so yummy. So you want to go ahead and put your half a cup of pumpkin puree. I know there's some people out there who actually take the pumpkin and roast it. I did not do that here. I just got it from a can, but I would love to try that one day. Maybe I'll try that this fall and see if there's a difference. Roasted pumpkin, that'll be interesting. So the next thing I did was I took my ginger, and I'm so used to cleaning off the edges. I cleaned the edges of this ginger, which didn't matter because it was just going to be grated. Well, I guess since it's grated, it should be clean, right? I don't know. Anyway, and also I made sure to grab my nutmeg. So I love nutmeg, and I feel like the nutmeg added a nice dimension to the flavor too, which pumpkin spice has nutmeg in it anyway. So the next thing I did was add cinnamon. I made sure to add plenty of cinnamon, and I also added some allspice, and then I added some cloves. And these are all ground spices. And you can actually grind your own spices if you want to. I was just like, I'm just going to do it this way. Next thing you can do is grind your ginger into the pot too. And I used a good bit of ginger actually. I think I used maybe it was a thumb-sized piece of ginger, or maybe half of it. Maybe I used half of it. But either way, it does add a little bit of texture to your latte. So if you want to strain it as soon as you're finished cooking the spices a little bit to get the flavors out, you can. I didn't. Also, this is the nutmeg I was showing you. I wanted to show you guys the nutmeg and how it looks. And it's very interesting, isn't it? So then I took the nutmeg and I grated it just to make sure that it was infused and all together. I love nutmeg, obviously, because I'm like still grating it. I'm like, all the nutmeg, please. Um, and then after that, this is the interesting part. I've never done this before. This is vanilla pod. And I remember my mom having vanilla pods around, but I just never really cared about it much until I started baking. But I grabbed some vanilla pods, and guys, oh my gosh, it does taste. It's just the flavor is just so pronounced and so delicious. I added that to the pod, and I scraped the inside of the pod to get the seeds in there too. And yeah, you could tell the difference. You can really tell the difference. So once the kettle started steaming, I put some coffee in my French press and let it percolate for a little while. And while it was doing that, I added the half a cup of maple syrup, which I know is a lot because I also am going to add a half a cup of sugar, which is crazy. And I'm sure you guys are like, Tiffany, that's like a whole cup of sweetener and only a half a cup of freaking pumpkin spice. But the thing is that this is a decadent dish and you can enjoy it. If you don't want all that sugar, just do half. Just do half. So anyway, I'm adding a cup of coffee to the pumpkin spice mixture and taking out the vanilla bean and the pod. And now I'm adding a cup of the half and half. And so once you do all that, it's just it. That's all. It didn't really take that long to make the mixture. I think it was more so filming it was taking a long time, but it's just so good, guys. It's just really, really, really good. It's very creamy. I mean, look how creamy that is. It's just so delicious. So this is the third mug that I made, and it's so cute. I love it. I love the way that it looks like smoke is wisping off of the mountains. It just makes me happy. But anyway, and then guess what, guys? I found the well, they have it in a lot of grocery stores now, but it made me pretty happy to see it, and I was just like, what? What? I can't believe it. Simon was one who was like, you have to get Ready Whip. So we did get the non-dairy coconut milk Ready Whip, and we loaded the baby up with some Ready Whip, and I took the grater and I grated some that cinnamon stick bark stuff on the top, and it was amazing. It was so good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Simon, well, I think Simon liked it. I don't know. He seemed like he liked it. You'll see his reaction. But, oh, and then I added the cinnamon stick on top. So I was like, Simon has to try this. Simon has to try this. And so I gave it to him, and I think he loved it. He said it was very, very delicious. And my little guy wanted some too, but he couldn't drink any because he's a little baby. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys soon.